welcome back. Today is Friday, January 23rd, and this is episode 128 of NooBTooB, a weekly independent podcast. We are not very impressed with the new characters of Street Fighter 4.
No.
So as a public service, we are going to make some recommendations for new characters. For example, I think there should be a crazy cat lady who throws cats and welfare checks at people.
I like that, but better yet, if you can play a really sad weeaboo who attacks with tentacle rape manga, Pocky, and really bad pronunciation.
Yeah.
I think I like that.
Watashi!
Wah! Kawaii!
Okay.
Yeah?
I got that beat.
What?
Alright, so we're gonna play as Britney Spears' gaping vagina who comes at you with big pointy teeth.
Dude, I thought we had an agreement about no more vagina talk. Come on, man. I'm Yuzo Watanabe.
And I'm Tobin and this week we'll be talking about Street Fighter 4, Valkyria Chronicles, and the F.E.A.R 2 demo.
The F.E.A.R. Our new releases include Skate 2, Big Bang Mini, our tonelico 2 Melody of Metafalica? Metafalicio? I don't know. And the Maw. Of course, the
Maw?
Yeah.
I thought we weren't allowed to talk about Britney Spears' vagina. Oh, snap!
As always, we'll have site news, community news, and culture section. But then let's get started with Street Fighter 4. All you can yoga flame. Back to the Pimp Cups.
Back to them.
Oh yeah. So Street Fighter 4. We actually got to play this early, which was really cool.
We did. So there was a Capcom kind of get to play early party.
Street Fighter 4 Fight Club.
Yeah.
And we're not allowed to talk about it, but fuck it, we will.
Yeah, it's the first rule of Street Fighter Fight Club. So this was actually a pretty big event.
It was weird. It was different than what we're used to.
Yeah, so a lot of times they just invite a couple people to get a quick look at a demo, and this was a lot bigger where they kind of opened it up to Kotaku and some of the other gaming sites.
Yeah.
And everybody showed up, and it was this big party where there were dozens and dozens of computer screens, and everybody got to try the Street Fighter 4 on PS3. They got to try it on the arcade version.
They also had a bunch of the sticks, the really nice sticks, the tournament sticks they brought, and it felt really good. But it was huge. There was probably maybe 40 different stations, and probably 8 arcades that were all linked together, so you can actually play together, which is really badass.
So before we get too deep into it, should we introduce it with the video maybe, and then kind of talk about the game after that?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, let's do that.
That'll give a nice grounding of what it looks like and everything.
Sure. So I'm not sure exactly what's gonna be in it yet, but thanks to Locke to help put together all of the footage. He's our kind of resident video expert.
Yeah. So we gave all of our video to Locke, and he put together this featurette. So enjoy.
Must be that crowd over there.
Dude, this joint is off the hook. There's 40 screens in here. It's friggin' crazy. Check this shit out. Look at the high-res belly graphics!
Button masher. What the fuck? Alright, that's the new joystick. Alright, Yuzo, you ready? Vega! It's all about Vega! Down! Button masher! Nice!
Who did Yuzo beat? A small child.
Alright, man, you're playing a girl now. What's up? Look at that combo! 3 hits! Oh, Disney! Oh! Shit, anyone's game here. Holy shit! So there's an electrocution, another electrocution. Electrocution comes back to over the throat. Oh! Alright, so how does it feel getting worked on by a girl, man?
I feel emasculated. My penis is smaller. It's so sad. I need a beer.
Bronco versus Vega. Let's see what's up. And Blanca with the round on round 1. Look at that, what's up with that? What up? General status here. Okay. How do you like now? Okay, Vega 1, Blanca 1, it's the final round. What's up? Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Wow, that was awesome.
Yeah!
Yeah, I have no idea what's in it, but that was awesome.
I don't either. All I know is that we whooped up on some people, and then we got whooped up on by a lot more people.
Yeah, I whipped up on you, but then you whipped back on me very quickly.
Right.
Blanca's cheap lightning move was
cheap nothing.
Cheap ass lightning move was
everybody who beats you
unbeatable.
Is cheap.
Hey,
I see how it is.
I was beating people with my Vega except for you, because every time I'd come after you, you'd be like,
that's my defense. Yeah, otherwise, you just like do the like jump up and throw over and over again.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So Street Fighter 4. Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh my god. Like it looks so freaking good. It's like gaming butter.
And not only that, it feels like really amazing. Like I was like going into it like, okay, they made it 3D, but not really. It's still 2D playing, but all the images are 3D and all that stuff, right? So they're probably gonna fuck with it or something. But like I was playing and like it feels different. But different in a good way.
Yeah, so that's what I was definitely afraid of when we sat down. I thought that it was either going to be too much like the old Street Fighter 2, where it just felt like you're playing the same game, or it'd be so different that I felt like I was playing like one of the ones I don't like so much, like Virtua Fighter, or like one of the really button mashy ones, like Tekken. Like Tekken.
Yeah, not Dead or Alive. You like that one?
Dead or Alive, I like.
Yeah.
But it just feels really crisp. Like they got all the buttons down. Then they added this whole idea of a charging bar that pretty much nobody there could figure out, which I thought was hilarious.
Well, each one is like different, so I think they might have taken it from one of the like the later Street Fighters, the EX or something like that, because you actually get a bunch of bars. But my understanding is that they added this new thing called Ultra Move.
Yes.
Again, we never figured it out, but the people that I saw doing it was badass.
It was amazing. So there's a couple of kids that were like hammering all the buttons at once,
and
they would occasionally, luckily, get this move, and it would be like, you know, there was this one move that I figured it out because you can actually push start, go to the menu, look at your super moves.
Oh, cool. So did you find out one of Blanca's special moves? Or?
No, I figured out that Iceman's moves. You know, like the
Seth
guy,
or whatever. Yeah, Seth.
So he looks like you know, Dr. Manhattan /
with
Iceman.
But he has this big yin-yang globe in his stomach.
And when you charge up your energy thing, you can actually it was like back, you know, punch or something like that, and he goes like this, and it sucks you all the way across the screen into his chest and like fucks you up.
Really?
So everyone's got these cool new special
but are they all
moves.
different, or are they the
They're
same?
all totally different.
Oh, okay,
so you can't just do a special move. Like every character, you have to learn a full complement of moves.
I wonder if because like with the Street Fighter 2 remix, the one that came out on Xbox Live, they also have special moves with charging attacks. And one of the wacky things was like everybody was different. So I was trying to learn Vegas, and like it was this weird thing where you charge and then you go forward, but then you go back down. Like something like I'm like, how the fuck do I do that? I can't figure it out.
And then you slap somebody with your sissy little
basically,
ponytail. Is that what happens? You just go hee hee.
It kicks their ass. I don't want to hear it. Yeah, you know what fucking pisses me off though about what Capcom did with Vega?
What's that?
Like you can knock off his mask now.
I know.
What is up with that?
I thought you could do that before. I thought you could break it. I thought
you could. You're right. I think you could break it, but this one
all come off.
I can pick it back up. So I'm wondering if it's like because like without the claw you lose reach, and I think you lose a little bit of power in your attacks.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if you lose your face mask, you let. I don't know, like what, like. There's all sort of funny shit we can obviously do, but like maybe it's like a defense, sort of thing.
What would be kind of funny is I could knock your fucking Vega thing off and use it. Wouldn't that be funny? Where it's just like Blanca's just like just hitting you with a little claw hand.
No, that would suck. I would hate that. That would don't do
electrified claw hand. I'll be unstoppable.
Oh fuck! But like some of the cool things I like about they did is like the little small touches.
Yeah.
You know, like remember the one level with the big plane going across?
The Balrog.
Yeah, and like Balrog's like it's like little tiny. He's like this small, and he's like looking around.
There's a door on the plane, and he's just kind of looking out at you. It's one of these things where the backgrounds got so active, where there would just always be kind of people dicking around the backgrounds. There'd be stuff happening, and occasionally if you do a special move and finish somebody, it'll actually affect the background. Like there's this one thing you were fighting some dude.
Oh yeah, I don't remember how I did it.
It knocked the tip of the wing off,
and it came down. I don't think it damaged anything. I think it's all
just for effect.
But my understanding is I think they might have many more. I don't know if every single level has an environmental special.
Yeah.
But one of the things I couldn't quite figure out yet is the fatality system.
Yeah, there's a finishing move. There's some sort of
because you get this pause, right? You win.
Yeah.
All of a sudden it gets really slow motion, and that's what I think you like rip their spine out.
Yeah,
I have no idea what happens.
But the funny thing was, is since none of us had any idea what to do, it just basically ended up us being like little bitches because it'd be like slow mo, be like victory, and we'd just be like, I don't know, hit a button, and it'd be like, whoosh,
just like die,
and then just fall. It was like the equivalent of just like like running at somebody with the windmill. It's like stop it, So it always ended up looking silly because we had no fucking clue. And the thing is with that many people around, you couldn't really learn the moves.
No. But you could pick the characters that you knew, and you could kind of figure that out. But the special moves you really need to, I think, practice, which is
and
important.
we can tell already that the NooBTooB Army is going to go batshit for this because
I hope so, man.
If the online is as good as it is for the Street Fighter 2,
it has to be because if it isn't, it's going to suck, right? Because if they have to, because the thing is, they didn't really let us see the tournament modes or any of the online capability. But it's just like, look, if you've already done it for a 20-year-old game, no, like 15-year-old game, you should be able to incorporate that stuff.
And the polish that they put on the rest of this game, I have a lot of faith that they would not ship it unless the multiplayer was right.
I hope so.
I would hope.
I hope so. Because it could be more info, right? I mean, if you look at the Street Fighter 2, the Remix Edition, it's just not as much data.
Yeah.
But with this, who knows what kind of extra stuff that you're going to add to it, or the timing.
Yeah.
But one thing that I'm a little worried about is the pads. Because when we were playing the PS3 version, like my fingers started hurting after 3 matches.
That is an excellent point. The thing is whenever we played on when you buy the really expensive sticks,
it's like $150.
$150 for these sticks, it feels great, but you're right.
And the arcade version too.
The arcade version is great, but you and I were playing on those 360 controllers.
PS3 one.
The PS3 controller is like, man, that was bad. We played like 2 or 3 games, and I was just kind of like getting this. I mean, I know that you can build up your Nintendo thumb.
Yeah. You
can get it back, but it's not the same. You need that stick.
And I think it'll be the same problem with any console if you're going to be trying to do this sort of thing. So
the 360 will be a little bit lighter on the thumb because it's a round pad instead of the other ones.
But even
it's still going to suck. It's not the same. I mean, you need the stick controller to play these games right.
And that's the thing I would recommend. I understand the $150 one's a lot of money, but it's going to be awesome. But they do have a couple of Hori sticks coming out, and I think the Mad Catz ones are also coming out, the cheaper ones. And
get a cheap one for yourself.
Yeah, just get something. And not only that, I don't know if they're any good, but the Mad Catz ones actually have special pads as well with 6 buttons. Okay. Remember the fucking annoying thing with the PS3 one? They put the fierce on the...
Yes.
See? So...
That was exactly what I hated way back in the day when I used to play on the Super No Friendo. The Super No Friendo, man. It was like...
Why do you call it the Super No Friendo?
Because it's like No Friendo 64, Super No Friendo.
Sure, why not?
It's just, if you sit at home, no friends playing video games. But, we used to play the Street Fighter on that, and you'd always have to be remapping it because it would come by default with the fierce would be the 2 shoulder things, and it sucks.
The thing is,
you want those buttons right there.
Yeah, and not only with the triggers, you have to push it a little bit harder, and it's just my mind gets screwed up. So I think you really need to get a stick for this one, and that's pretty much it.
I think so too. So big thumbs up, man. That game is the shiz.
Hells, and that girl, hopefully we got some footage of her.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about that in the video. There's this girl going absolutely stupid. She caught the stupid.
She was really excited to play this game, man.
She was an attention-hungry little strange...
You think she was attention-hungry? I thought it was
either that or she was flat-out retarded. I don't know which of the two it was, but she was seriously had some issues. So we got some good video. I hope we Locke featured her prominently.
I'm hoping, I'm hoping my imitation of her didn't make it, because...
Your imitation of her was good.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Okay, we'll find out.
I wanted to get everybody in the room to imitate her. I wanted to get all the people standing behind you, because I told them, I was like, everybody, pretend to be like that girl, and they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Dude, if the NooBTooB Army was there, they would have totally
NooBTooB Army is awesome. These guys were not awesome.
No.
All right. Next up, Valkyria Chronicles.
Valkyria Chronicles. So this is one of those games that everybody on the YouTube comments were like, "Dude, you gotta play this game. Dude, you gotta play this game." Yeah. It's just it's one of the big exclusives on the PS3.
That's right.
What is it about? What's the
deal? It is. It's kind of an alternative history of World War II.
Yeah, very alternative.
Very, very alternative. I mean, it's fantasy-ish alternative history of World War II. And then you kind of go back, and it's very cel-shaded, very...
I love the art.
Actually, I love the art.
Of all the things about the game, it's like the art. And it's like, they've done cel-shady in a different way than I've ever quite seen, because it almost feels like it's hand-drawn.
Yeah.
Where Okami felt sort of hand-drawn, but sort of not.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, this one felt like a comic book come alive. Like, it was a very interesting, flowing sort of... and it was very emotional. Like, the faces and the characters and stuff were really good at emoting. Yeah,
they actually captured... I mean, I think that the animation of the characters was a little off, but definitely I think I could feel, like, them, like, crying and all the standard JRPG stuff.
So the whole thing is basically a shit pile of story.
Oh, my God.
Lots and lots of story.
Oh, my God.
And then the gaming part is a turn-based... Turn-based, grid-based.
It's sort of turn-based, but sort of live action at the same time, right? Because like when it's your turn, you're moving around, and it's all happens at the real time. Like they're shooting at you, you're shooting at them.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
true. I guess. Okay, yes, you take turns, but it's not.
It's not go there, fire, and then wait. It's like while you're doing, if you've placed somebody at a particular spot, then they can start shooting at you.
Yeah, it's like live action turn-based. You know, like it's definitely. I've never seen anything like that before. Where if it's your turn, you're running forward, and you see an enemy soldier, they get an opportunity to start shooting at you. And if you shoot, it uses your action point. So it's not like you get to just exchange fire with them. You get to do like if you stood there and didn't take your turn, they would just kill you. They just keep shooting until you die, which is weird.
But not only the same time, and like you can actually use that to your advantage because you can say, okay, well I don't see anybody, but I'm going to like put my guys here, here, and here, and then once they pop up, they get raped, right? So it's like. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of neat. It's definitely different.
To it, yeah.
But there's a lot of story.
There's a lot of story.
I think that's probably one of the big things because I think that if you're going to make a JRPG style, JRTS, JTB-TS, Japanese
turn-based action.
If you're going to, and like the whole interface is a book.
Yeah.
It's like something's going to happen right there. Like everything's like, okay, I got to click here and watch a 5-minute video. Click here, watch another 10-minute video.
Yeah, it was very strange. I mean, like, it starts off very slow, like a lot of... I mean, every RPG starts off slow. There's no such thing as hopping into something quick.
Persona 4 didn't start that slow. I was still pretty interested, right?
Okay, it didn't start slow, but it was still 2 hours of video that you were just watching.
Video.
It was much more interesting. This was not as interesting. Like, this one, it unfolds very quickly after you get out of the first, like, 2 or 3 hours of story. So then it starts to get into, you're in the training camp, and you can start adding all these awesome...
I didn't even get that far.
Dude, really?
No, I played for 2 hours at least, but I killed the tank. I killed the tank.
Okay.
With my tank.
Yeah. So then you start getting this whole thing where you get in the training camp and you can use all the experience points you've gotten to level up each of your different guys. So like you can level up all your snipers, level up all your soldiers, level up all your these guys.
You end up getting a pretty big team because like I only played with like 3 or 4. Like, one was like cannon fodder constantly.
You can choose usually up to like 6 or 7 to take out with you out of a group of like 20 or 30.
Oh, so you have a whole roster of people.
Yes.
Interesting.
Which actually gets to be a little bit overwhelming because the problem is it's like one of these things where I kind of like it where I'm like, yes, I can have a sniper, a red mage, a black mage, whatever. Like, I don't want them to be real people. I want them to be like a cog that fits in the thing.
But isn't that kind of how they designed all the people? Or
so the people all have like 7 personality traits, and they'll be like, this guy doesn't like to fight on dirt. This guy doesn't like metal. This guy hates Jack. And if you have Jack on the team, so you have to go through and be like,
hilarious.
This guy doesn't like Jack, but he loves Mary. So then Mary doesn't like nature, but she likes dirt. And she was kind of doing this thing where you're just like, eventually I was like, fuck it. Like I randomly pick some dudes. I'm like, I don't care if you don't like each other. I don't care if you like M&Ms or Skittles.
Whatever.
Like you're gonna go off and do what the fuck I tell you to do because it gets to be too much.
Did it like you actually get fucked because of it? I mean,
I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
They didn't make a big deal out of it. They didn't be like, I'm not going to fight because.
So it's for those people that really want to be micromanaging. They're like, okay, like I want to get the min max of this best possible thing for this map.
Exactly.
Because
like
you can go back and play
20 people of your team, and you're like, this area would have been awesome if I had Jack, Mary, and Joseph.
Yeah,
and,
maybe like, Jesus over here.
Jesus over here.
That would be Yeah.
I mean, if I had Jesus, you probably could have like whooped up on shit. You get Muhammad in there, flying in, Buddha doing the belly flop.
Jehovah, all sorts
of make that into a game, like Blasphemy, the game.
Yeah, that would be like. Can you imagine if you had like a real a turn-based strategy, but with religious figures?
Well, because they got mad that there was like 1/2 of a sentence of the Quran in Little Big Planet. Like, what if we were just like straight up like, you are playing Muhammad, Jesus, and Buddha, and whoever the fuck else.
And Santa Claus can be in here too.
Joseph, what's his name, Smith?
Joseph Smith.
Like
the Mormon.
You bring in Mormons. You got the fucking magic glasses.
And then you get, what is it, L. Ron Hubbard?
Yeah, that's right. Like Tom Cruise is like the Scientology king. L. Ron Hubbard flies in. We could anger everyone in the whole world.
Yeah, dude, we can just like go for like, okay, it's the cultists. You know, you got like, what's the guy from the Kool-Aid guy.
Oh, yeah. Jim Jones.
So you get Jim Jones, fucking L. Ron Hubbard, you get all these people. And you say, like, the real religious guys, it's just like they're battling it out. But anyhow, what were we talking about?
I don't even know. So Valkyria Chronicles, so the thing is for what it is, I actually thought it was really cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Because that's weird, because you hate turn-based strategy. What was it? Like Operation Darkness, like Advanced Wars, like none of them really like
the action for this saved it for me. Like the fact
what do you mean by the action?
Well, the fact, like in these other ones that I hated, it would be like this kind of grid-based thing where you send these guys over here, send these guys over here, send these guys over here, and wait. But this one, it's just like you're running, you're jumping, you're dodging.
So because of that felt more like you were in control.
Yes.
Because like that's the opposite effect of me. Because like if you actually had all that live action, it almost felt to me like it was taking away from the strategy. Do you know what I mean? It's just like for me, like I want to play something like Advanced Wars where it's like move, shoot, move, and like I want more turns. And with this game, it's just
a lot
like
slower. This is very slow.
So much slower. It's just like not only that, like you go there, you wait, you go there, you wait. And it's just like it takes like 3 or 4 minutes to do your turn, and then you got to watch them go through their turn.
Yeah.
And you said it was pretty quick for you, but for me, like they would walk. They would kind of walk and kind of shoot at them. They keep on walking. I'd reload. They keep on walking. They throw a grenade at my gate, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I had no control
you
over it.
Watching a lot. That's true. So it is much slower than those games where you can just move stuff really quick. I got to say the biggest thing that bothered me about this was that there's a couple things that will end your turn.
Oh, you hate that, yeah.
There's these things where it's just like if one of your main guys gets killed, there's no saving them. There's no recovery.
Well, every map has like a thing where like defeat conditions, right? Like if certain people die or if you let something happen. Yeah.
So that's all well and good. I mean, I understand that, like defeat conditions are fine by me. It's just that there was 1 or 2 times where I'd be playing a big map. It'd be 45 minutes of gameplay. I'd be strategy this, and I'd be crawling around over here. I'd send these guys in like a pincher movement. I had all this shit going on, and then I had my main guy in a tank, and like on the back there's like this sensitive thing, and like a tank would come out from where they were hidden that I didn't know that they were there. Got a shot, one lucky shot from all the way across the map on the back of my tank, and it blew up, and it was just like, game over, try again. I was like, motherfucker, are you kidding me? Like, there's no checkpoints.
Hate that. Yeah.
There's no checkpoints. There's no, like, you can't save in the middle of a battle. You can't do anything. It's just, there could be
it's harsh.
A lucky thing where it's like, you haven't learned that map yet, so you didn't realize there's a tank hiding behind this fucking building.
Now you know, but you're not interested in playing it again.
I hate that. I hate it. I think it's so unrewarding because it's not one of these things where I could use initial skill. Like,
well, you hate trial and error. You hate having to say, okay, I didn't get to this far, but then I die. So I hate shmups and So I can understand where this game is trying to go for. It's a very Japanese game, right? So there's a lot of story, which generally I don't like. I mean, you're a big fan, but it's punishing in ways that it probably doesn't necessarily have to be.
Right.
There's no autosave. So like a couple of points where like I actually ended a mission and like it didn't autosave.
Oh.
Right? Because it doesn't. You said it recommends that before a battle, but like sometimes I couldn't tell whether like clicking something was going to be a cutscene or a battle. So I'm like,
save all the goddamn time.
And also I saw, I'm like, shit, nowhere.
Yeah.
And then I had to do the battle and I died. I'm like, fuck, right?
Yeah.
So there's like that kind of, but it's very Japanese. Just like, what really bugs me is just like the story is very Japanese. You got your standard young guy who has a love interest and a sister.
Yeah, it's like Cloud and Tifa.
It's just like, the people that always say like, why do you bitch on the story? It's just like, it's because it's the same thing. It's just like, if you could do something a little different, but the Japanese in general, for the game developers, they are so in tune with like, we have to have a young protagonist.
Yeah.
The protagonist has to have a love interest.
Yeah. It follows the story of every anime. Right?
Everyone, yeah.
Like you see this over and over again. It's kind of this archetype of Japanese storytelling.
Exactly. There are not that many. There are very few compared to like Western storytelling. There's
a couple more.
A few more, yeah.
But but it's still it's just like and that's the same way with movies. That's the same way that we kind of feel about a lot of things. Where it's like. If something doesn't surprise us in some way, it's not as interesting.
Or a little twist. I mean, there's a couple of
something,
Like, I mean, there's some good anime out there that like there's a lot of twists. Like Death Note was really cool.
Death Note was
Akira's awesome. There's a bunch of it, but like this one, like especially with JRPGs and JRTS, it's just like cookie cutter.
Yeah, the story
it's
could
negative for me.
Like I could have very easily skipped the first 2 hours and they're like, you got to fight some people. I'm like, Fair enough.
Okay.
You know, like the
They
story
look
wasn't,
evil.
Yeah. The story wasn't important because you're not exploring a world. You are in a track. You're in a book. And you're like, chapter 1.2, chapter 1.3.
Yeah.
You know, like there's no exploration. There's no point for a story to be there.
You know what I would want? I would be just like if you can just like start the battle and they had a little cliff note section.
Yeah.
Which said, here's what happens in the last half hour of cutscenes.
Yeah.
You didn't like this person. You got in an argument and your sister died. It's like, all right.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to fuck you up for killing my sister.
That's
You're
all
dead.
I need.
Yeah.
So, Valkyria Chronicles, I really like the looks of it,
Yeah.
I think artistically, but
Thumbs down for you. I say thumbs up rental. I definitely say go give it a shot because a lot of people are more patient than me. So for all the game elements I thought were really good, I thought that there was just a very punishing design that I didn't appreciate very much.
Interesting, yeah.
So, but I mean, like all that customization stuff of the people, you know, you can kind of either take it or leave it. Like, it's definitely this game is for someone more anal than me. No doubt. No doubt more anal than me.
Somebody more Japanese than you, basically.
Much more Japanese than me. But I mean, like, people, you know, we got a bunch of people like Sunflower and stuff that think it's like the best game ever. So people with a lot of patience.
I think people that like JRPGs may end up liking this because of the story. I think people that like RTSs in general.
Yes.
I mean, it's pretty good for what it is, but for me, it's just like I like the Advance Wars more, less the Fire Emblem / Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yeah.
So
we should get a screenshot of that, like the rare disagreement fists.
that's right.
So this last one
surprised
the fuck out of me.
Really? Because this is F.E.A.R 2 Project Origin.
Project Origin
demo.
just came out literally like this morning.
I know. I didn't have a chance to play it, so you got to tell me like
so
about it.
You're definitely going to go home and play this.
Oh, hell yeah.
So you know, we didn't like F.E.A.R the first one.
I did not play it that much, but what I played it was just like meh.
Yeah, it was very meh.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like it wasn't scary. The combat felt kind of like for me it kind of felt lightweight. It didn't feel like it didn't have that punch to it.
And the levels were very boring.
Yeah, it was
like
hallways,
offices things, hallways. Yeah.
So this demo surprised the crap out of me.
Like how?
Like in many ways. So the combat feels wonderful. Like you get a sniper rifle, an assault rifle, a machine gun, a combat shotgun. All of them are very just kind of like it's that kind of feel that we enjoy very much.
The visceral reaction when you shoot somebody. Yeah,
I mean, you know, you can get these things where it's just like you hit people and they're blown apart, whatever. But it's just like it really matters what you're doing, and it feels like you actually have an impact. There's
Interesting.
You're fighting all these enemy soldiers and stuff, and you've got these grenades that'll actually electrocute them, and they're kind of like sitting there hanging out, and you've got this adrenaline mode where they go into slow-mo, but just for like 5 seconds, and then it recharges. So it's just kind of, it's like in the heat of the moment, you can like slow them down, gun them down.
Yeah, like do a couple headshots, and then you're done.
Yeah.
So, but isn't there like a supernatural element too? Because that's the whole thing about the F.E.A.R.
And that's the other thing, is this is scary as balls.
Like Dead Space scary?
Like, in the same vein of Dead Space scary. I mean, like, from the demo, I can't tell if it's going to be that frightening, but I can tell you this, that I was playing sitting next to Adrian, and, like, I was screaming a couple times. Like, there was a couple times
like,
where it has that, it's very much like The Ring. It's the Ring kind of thing.
Like
where
shock. Well, the girl they stole pretty much.
She is the girl from The Ring.
Yeah, exactly.
But there was a couple times where they did it in such a flawless way where you'd be walking down a hallway and there'd be this like half a second flash where it's not one of these things where it's like a loading screen. It's like you're walking down a hallway and then the hallway vanishes and then like the hallway goes up to here and then after this it's like a plane of darkness with like things on fire and like a tree and like a woman standing there and then it flashes back to the hallway.
Huh.
She's kind of walking like, and then like you'll come around a corner and like there'll be the girl standing there and then she'll vanish again. So it's just kind of one of these things where you're just going, you're like, what the fuck?
And you're like playing like a standard FPS.
Yeah.
Beyond that, like,
Yeah. So
interesting.
I would say that my standard complaint is that dark. You
Yeah.
know, yet
that's
again,
annoying,
dark. And they'd have this thing where it's like when supernatural stuff would happen, even your flashlight would flicker, so the room would already be dark. You have a flashlight on and it's like, whoa, ghost, and your flashlight's like flick. I'm like, I can't see anything.
But that adds to the fear, man.
Yeah.
Right? No?
It does.
Okay.
It does. But the fucking awesome part at the end of the demo, you get in a mech.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Holy
There's
shit.
a mech at the end, and the mech feels good.
Oh,
like, there's other
shit.
mechs that you're fighting, but
Yeah.
if humans run out and you zoom in and hit them with the mech gun, they basically turn into
It's like they miss.
It's like they turn into like someone just had a big bag of Jello and they're just like poof. So it's just like these guys like
Wow.
So you're in this big fucking mech. He's got rockets, he's got guns, and he's just kind of stomping around.
And
like
it just
fucking
feels
people
right
up.
when you're
it feels
oh
great.
shit! Because the last game that was like really felt like it had a good mech component was Lost Planet. I remember really liking.
Lost
I mean, it
Planet
was a little
mechs were-
slidey, but they felt like, holy shit, I'm a
felt
badass
good.
now.
Absolutely.
And it felt like as good or better than that. Huh?
It really. I mean, there was no jump. So I mean, the mechs were very much just kind of like.
Were they at least floaty, or were they like?
It was pretty stompy.
Okay.
It was pretty stompy.
Yeah,
I mean,
floaty stompy.
Floaty or stompy. It's like
Right.
what was that thing we said? Games are
Get
renty.
renty or yes,
Renty
or
or buy. So I mean, I really got to
So
say.
what is this? Is this renty or buy?
This, I mean.
It's going to be right. It's next month-ish.
Yeah,
I think,
for me, a lot of times with these games, it's difficult for me to say buy them because I don't play the online, like the multiplayer as much.
So yeah,
But I gotta say, from this demo, I was impressed enough that I might get this at launch.
really,
Absolutely.
holy shit! Because I mean, especially with considering the last F.E.A.R.
I know,
right?
And which is why I was so surprised. I mean, like that's the thing is a lot of times people say that we may go into things biased. They say we may go into things expecting things to be bad, right? So I went into this literally expecting to be like, okay, I hated F.E.A.R.
Yeah, I'll give it 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm already going into it with a mindset where I'm just like, this is not going to be good.
Yeah.
It's going to be another meh game. I'm going to turn it off and I'm going to only go on the show and I'm going to say this game wasn't very good. And it's like, but I always keep my mind open because.
Well, dude, we're eternal optimists, especially if you like have any sort of video, especially even small amount of gameplay. If it just makes that click that happened in our head, just like, holy shit! All of a sudden, we are the biggest proponents until it comes out.
Yes.
And the moment it comes out and it sucks, we're like,
yes.
Like with Too Human, remember you were so
I was
pumped
geeked.
about it.
I was geeked for it. I thought that it looked really cool and like I enjoyed the little snippets that I got in the demo.
Yeah.
But this I mean it could be that this comes out and it's crappy. It could be repetitive, it could be boring.
Well, I kind of have like good things about this because one of the I don't know if you know the history of F.E.A.R.
No.
So F.E.A.R. was originally made by Monolith. Monolith, they made No One Lives Forever. They made a bunch of like pretty classic, very famous RPGs. I think they did Shogun. I'm not sure.
Oh.
Did they? I don't remember. But anyway, so it was Monolith. They did a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And then I forget whatever big publisher they went with. They got the rights to F.E.A.R.
Oh.
So they released 2 F.E.A.R. games last year.
Oh.
Like F.E.A.R. The Prophecy, or I forget. There's like 2 of them.
And F.E.A.R. the Frightening. The Fearening. F.E.A.R. 2.
F.E.A.R.
Tokyo Drift.
Yes, but yeah, no, they did that, and like apparently they weren't that good. Like
Yeah.
you did, like I think I tried the demo, and I was like, yeah, I'm not even gonna bother talking about the show.
Gotcha.
But then like somehow, like they said, okay, we own the code base. Monolith still owns the code base, so they went out to the community and said, help us name our game. So they called it Project Origin. So I don't know how they got the name F.E.A.R. 2 back.
Yeah.
But so now it's like, if you imagine it's like these guys, they basically lost kind of their namesake for this game.
Right.
So I have a feeling like they're going to put a little more effort into it, a little more oomph.
Yeah.
So and they basically make really good FPSs for the most part.
So I mean that's the thing is what this ends up feeling like is this feels like Gears of War plus Dead Space plus like Silent Hill.
Dude,
like
I'm sold.
It's one of these,
except for the Silent Hill part, but.
I was trying to think of another good because I wouldn't really say Resident Evil because it's definitely more of a like kind of like freaky thing, but definitely try the demo. So I say big thumbs up.
And I will try it. We'll see.
Yeah.
Or
Heisenberg's thumb.
Schrodinger's thumb.
You can't know. Yeah, Schrodinger's thumb. You can't figure out. Okay, so
yes. All right. So we have actually quite a few releases coming out. The first one we already talked about the demo. Skate 2. I'm gonna probably go buy it on the way home tonight.
Right. I probably don't care.
And we'll probably give it away. I think it'll be one of the ones
we're definitely going to give it away to the community because I know that you guys are excited for this, and we've been trying to be better about giving games away.
Exactly. So after we're done with the Metric Aston, which we'll talk about later, we'll start doing weekly or monthly giveaways.
Yep.
So,
next one, the Maw.
So dude, you've been talking this game up for the past 2 days, and I'm like, how good could it possibly be?
Well, it snuck up on us.
Yeah.
So it's one of these things where I'd heard nothing about it before it launched. Like it was like the day it launched, I was like, oh, the Maw came out. Interesting.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say it's like Ratchet and Clank good. It's not like one of these like changing the world fucking awesome games.
For an Xbox Live Arcade game.
But for an Xbox Live Arcade game for $10, I am really, really impressed. Like, I'm not going to go into it too much because we'll review it next week.
Exactly, yeah.
But you're basically a dude, you're an alien, dragging around this other alien that eats a bunch of stuff. And you're kind of going through levels.
So I heard it's like kind of Kirby-ish. I guess your guy, if he eats stuff, he gets their powers or something like that. So, and then that actually plays into either puzzles or fighting or something like that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm really
it's
excited.
Not twitchy. It's very much just kind of exploration, platforming,
and it looks
puzzle
good.
solving. It looks fantastic.
Well, I am sold. So I think I actually downloaded a trial last night, but I haven't actually.
And I got to give mad respect because they could have totally gone 1,200 points. They could have dicked us for 1,200 points, and they said 800 points. Like
that wins brownie points
respect.
for NooBTooB because we are cheap sons of bitches.
We are frugal.
Very frugal.
FroogTube.
Penny FroogTube. That's like
FroogTube.
Yes.
So the demo came out. The game came out. Definitely give it a shot, and we'll review it next week.
Exactly.
Big Bang Mini. What's this all about?
So this is the one I hadn't heard a lot about it.
It's on the DS.
It's on the DS. It's now I think it's either a European developer, maybe French. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But apparently they did a couple of the games which were very well respected. I don't recall, but I read this Edge article that interviewed the guy, and apparently the CEO is this kind of like Superman. So he's a gourmet cook. So he cooks dinner for like all of his engineers every day, or lunch rather.
Yeah.
And he's a musician.
So he made there.
I know. Apparently he's like really good too. He's like a Michelin chef or something stupid like that, right? And then he's also a musician. Yeah. So I think he like wrote all the songs for this. And you heard it. It's like all. Right? Yeah. And I don't know if he actually did the art for it. I have to read the article again, but it's just like, damn, holy shit, this guy's like amazing.
Renaissance dude. He's like Jefferson of the gaming industry.
So I hear all these great things about him, and then basically he's made this game, which is like kind of a mix of Breakout or Arkanoid. So it's kind of like a Breakout game, except using fireworks. And
Plus a shmup.
Plus a shmup. Yeah. So when you push down on the DS, that controls your ship. So as you drag, that moves the ship. But when you flick, it fires fireworks. Yeah. And then you have two screens you can shoot up. And I'm looking at there's 90 different levels, all sorts of music, all very different art. Yeah. So it feels like to me
there's
like
obviously some things where it's like stars would come down, and you have to collect them.
Yeah.
So there's like all sorts of weird things going on.
So I think the gameplay is going to be right because like it's got a little bit shmuppy, but not memorize-y.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's
you
got
can see it because you're just shooting at the top screen. The bottom screen is where you are. So you're kind of doing this interaction. So it looks. I definitely agree with you. It looks interesting.
So I think I'm definitely going to look for it this weekend. It came out this week, so I'm going to definitely try to get it and hopefully get it in time for review for next week.
Next week, hopefully. And then last but not least, what the fuck?
So do you want to try to say it, or should I?
Our tonelico to Melody of Metafalica.
Metafalica. And the pronunciation does not stop there.
No.
We saw the video, and hopefully we'll do some snippets while we're talking, but
it's hilarious. It's just like the Jizening, Majorca, Pablingao.
Yeah.
It's just like all these words where they're like, sorcelate with the encapsulon.
Play your songs from the Ravelinator. Yeah. I'm like, what? Huh?
Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, this is like somebody basically like trying to be Square Enix. And it's one of these things where they're like...
Somebody Japanese are like, oh, yeah, that sounds right.
Sure.
Whatever.
In tabulator. Turbo.
So I think this actually might win for our worst named game of 2008.
It's only January, and we have a nominee for worst game name. And, I mean, we'll definitely...
Are you going to try it?
I don't know.
Because it's a JRPG for one. It's got like this weird song thing. And it's like, not only that, it's like lesbians. So it's like a JRPG with lesbians.
Well, see,
I mean, come on.
Now you kind of have me interested.
And it's just like, it's a story of song and love. And these two girls, like,
you could have just started with lesbians and sold me on it. I'm like,
that's all you need?
Like, there's this game with lesbians. I'm like, done.
So that's what it is. It's Tonelico to lesbians.
Sold. I will play it. So
it's on the PS2 though.
Yeah, I know. It's on the PS2 and it's like RPG with music fighting. So I don't even know what the
fuck
songs, that's all about. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll get around to this. If nothing else, I mean, this is what we're looking at for next week is light enough that maybe we'll.
I don't know. Mall will be fun. Big Bag Mini and then Skate. So I mean, there's some decent stuff.
All right, we'll see. And then. So that is it for new releases.
Yeah.
So we're looking a little light, but it's good we got some stuff.
Yes.
So they're kind of dribbling out just enough that we have something to play every week, which I appreciate.
And February is starting to look better and better the more I look at it. So we're starting to see some pretty big releases. March, though, anything after March,
yeah. But I'm excited that the Puzzle Quest, the new Puzzle Quest, is supposed to be come out in February.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about that more in depth. We just did the thing next week, but excited.
It looks good. Yeah. It looks.
Maybe you can play the original and review it.
I'm kind of thinking about that. Actually, I was thinking about that just because I didn't realize how good it was, and I'm going to see if I run into the same problems as you, where it feels like it's kind of repetitive and
exactly. Oh, is it Challenge
not
of the
very
Warlords?
Well balanced.
Which platform are you going to try it on?
Wii.
Okay.
Try it on the Wii. The Puzzle Quest Challenge of the Warlords. So we'll talk about that next week.
All right. So we have a bunch of site news.
Yes.
So the first up is our metric ton of ass juice giveaway.
Yes.
We don't have the pile here, unfortunately, but it's about yay big.
It is a big pile. So we need some submissions from you guys. So it hasn't really amped up yet. It's almost as if you guys don't want a big pile of crap.
Yeah, maybe we need to stack like something good on top of it, like
maybe we
kind of a cherry on top of crap.
All right, we got to think on this because we got to think if there's something we can do to sweeten the pot a little bit. Because the thing is, this is a big pile of funny ass, crappy games. Yeah. You guys just got to submit your videos. We've got a handful so far, but we want more.
Yeah, and they're not. Some of them aren't even very shameful.
Yeah,
some of them are like.
Some people are just like, here's all the games I own. That's my pile of shame. You're like, well, but that's like some of those are good.
Yeah, full spectrum. No, that's good. We like that.
We want like the embarrassing posters on your wall. Yes. We want like the fact that you've got Zelda underwear.
That would be awesome.
These are the things you got broken up with by a girl because you wouldn't stop playing World of Warcraft,
or like childhood memories. Like I did a big shameful story a while back with playing games, especially playing games.
You peed your pants.
I peed my pants, and I was 8, but whatever. It's just like I was playing Gauntlet
18.
and. I was playing Street Fighter 4, but no, it's just like those kind of stories, especially if it shows your dedication or whatever. It's just like, fuck, man, that's serious shit.
So seriously, send in a video, just talk about your shame, show us your shame, do anything shameful that's gaming related,
or it doesn't have to be, but you get bonus points if you
prefer.
get that. Yeah.
And then if you send that in, we're still running this contest, and then in a couple weeks we're going to give away the metric ton of ass juice, which is this massive pile of really good games.
Yes, awesome games like Demolition Girl.
Yes. And what was that one that he reviewed? The motherfucking
oh shit,
rogue,
Haven.
Haven.
Actually, that's not on the list yet. So Lucian needs to fucking send that thing.
That's true, Lucian.
He even sent me a mail saying like, you can't give away that thing without Haven. I'm like,
fucking mail it, Lucian. That was like a year ago.
Yeah.
So big news, though. Book Club.
Book Club, yes. We haven't done this shit in forever.
I know. So we like to encourage you here at NooBTooB to read a goddamn book occasionally.
Yes. And, it's really hard to find video game-related books where, kind of matches with what we do, but we found a really good one.
Really good. So here we go. Arcade Mania. So if you go and search Amazon or search any of these other sites for Arcade Mania, this will be the top hit.
And it just came out.
And it's really inexpensive. It was like $10.
Yeah, I think it was around 13 with Prime. That's pretty cheap.
So this is a book all about the arcades in Japan, which you and I talk about all the time.
Oh, exactly. I mean, like, not only that, since it's so recent, they have stuff that we haven't even seen yet, because I haven't been there since at least a year ago, and you've been a couple of years, right?
Yes, it's been 3 years.
Like, I'm seeing about this, like, robot games and shit.
Right, and it's like, there's words, but there's also a lot of, like, really nice full-color pictures of what the arcades look like in Japan, and it'll get you guys excited about the gaming industry and maybe come visit Japan sometime.
Exactly. Not only that, like, a lot of our people that watch the show are pretty young for the most part, right?
Absolutely.
So they've never really experienced what an arcade culture feels like.
Yes.
They've gone to, like, like, movie theaters or whatever, and they see, like, an air hockey table, a bunch of pinball machines, and, like, a bunch of driving games.
And that's the state of gaming.
Yeah, but, like, when we were kids, we would spend hours and hours at arcades, just hang out there, watch people, whatever.
Yeah.
It's just like, this still talks about it. It's done by Brian Ashcroft from Kotaku.
Yeah.
Who knows what he's talking about. So.
Right. So, and the thing is you and I are looking at going back to Japan in April.
Yeah.
In which case, we're going to go and check out a bunch of these arcades. We're going to send back some badass footage.
Oh, I want to take a lot of video footage.
I know.
Oh, dude, it's going to be awesome.
So we're looking at a visit ourselves. I mean, if there's any Japanese NooBTubers out there, start dropping us some lines.
Let us know where to go.
But so the deal with NooBTooB book club is that what we do is we talk about this right now. We say, go buy the book. We're not going to talk about the book right now.
We'll mention it again a week from now.
Yeah.
And then 2 weeks from now, we'll all have a discussion. We have a thread where everybody can talk about stuff as well.
So the point is to actually get you guys to read this book, come and discuss it with others. We'll give you guys our opinions on it. Go in the forums and discuss it. But definitely read this book. It's worth reading. We stand behind it.
Yeah, I'm almost actually done with it, so we're not going to talk about it. But it is excellent. The research is well done. So.
Yeah. And then next up is community news.
Community news. So Cade Father sets us up. Thank you very much. But he makes a map of the NooBTooB community and all of the things that you can actually check out. Yeah. One thread every week.
Cade Father's awesome.
Yeah. So what's the first thing that we're very excited about?
First one up is the NooBTooB MMO invasion.
Yeah. Last month we did the Dungeons & Dragons Online, and this month Tabula Rasa.
Yes. So Tabula Rasa. Hilarious because it's being shit-canned. It's literally being canceled at the end of February, so we're going to roll in. NooBTooB's rolling in on February 1st, downloading the game, which is now free.
It's free.
It's free.
Up to the 28th.
So you guys can't complain. All these people on YouTube like, where do I get it? It's like, Google Tabula Rasa. It's like, right, I mean, TABULA RASA. Go get the game. February 1st, we're all going to hop in, and we're going to basically like polish the brass in the Titanic while the boat sinks.
I know, we'll be rearranging the chairs, playing a little music.
Yeah,
you know, it's going to be awesome.
So, you know, it's going to be really, really fun.
Yes, and thank you for the Bugaboo for setting that up.
Yeah.
And I think we actually have MMOs lined up every month now. I think City of Heroes might be next.
Nice.
And I played that for like a month or two. It was awesome.
Cool.
So
great.
All right.
And then next up is NooBTooB TV.
Yeah, NooBTooB TV. So a bunch of people, a bunch of awesome NooBTubers set this up, and it's basically a channel that you can go to, and it has every single like NooBTooB every video,
yeah.
all of our videos, all of the podcasts,
yeah.
every single episode of that, all of the different random shit. It's huge.
It's your one-stop shop for literally everything video, actually any media related to NooBTooB.
Yeah, so definitely go check out that thread because you can find, and you're basically going to have hours of entertainment.
Yeah, so just go search the forums for NooBTooB TV.
Yeah.
And then last up is We Be Clubbin'.
Raise a roof. So thanks, thanks, Locke, for setting this up. This is a game. This is an event based on The Club.
Yeah.
So this is remember, Club was a game where it was just like instead of a driving game, you walked around a map and shot shit.
I do remember that.
I wasn't a big fan of it.
We did not like it too much, but there's a lot of NooBTubers that love it.
Oh, yeah.
And they've been clubbing. So they've been having this big club off where they take their club feet and they club each other over the head.
That's
and they're
right.
all playing the club. But what's the big news that came out of it?
Well, the big news, so every 2 weeks they're actually doing it. They're taking one lap and they're doing it at the same difficulty. And then basically they say, okay, I got this score, beat it. I got this score, beat it. At the end of 2 weeks, whoever gets it. But already, fucking Veritas, right?
Always Veritas.
He goes, it's like, I got 6 million on this, and I'm ranked 11th in the world.
In the world.
In the world.
Folks.
Dude, just give him a chance. Wait till like a few days before and then drop it.
Yeah.
You gotta.
So it's amazing.
Yourself.
So I mean, like, and that for me shows a lot about the power of the NooBTooB community. In that we've got people that are so good and so dedicated to these games. We hold a contest internally on NooBTooB.
I know.
People end up being 11th in the world.
Yeah. So we have a lot of amazing gamers,
Very
and
cool.
so go check it out. And especially the club's cheap. I think it's about $5 or $10 on Amazon.
Yeah,
right
it's
now,
not bad.
Pretty
And
cheap.
then last up is NooBTooB Shoopity-doo. So here we go with NooBTooB Shoop. Go ahead.
Yes. Oh, yeah. So it's whatchamacallit. Mailtoad sets this up every week, and we have a winner. Last week is Rubik's Man.
Yeah.
You know they had the Rubik's Cube contest in San Francisco the other day.
Yeah.
I think they actually had an underwater contest.
No way.
Well, I saw a picture. I don't know if it's certain, but I remember I saw a picture. Like one of the things they're advertising was some guy with goggles on. He was like, and then 2.5 minutes. Fucking awesome.
That is pretty funny. So Rubik's Man did one less host.
Yes, I was very upset for some reason.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, I don't know why.
I can't
But
imagine
yes,
why.
you were headless.
Yes.
And I had a sword. It felt good. I rarely win in Shoops.
Yes.
Actually, we rarely win in Shoops. Usually something bad
pretty much
happens
the
to us.
Shoop involves us losing always.
Yes.
It's always clone boning or
Yes.
something else.
Far
so.
too much anal rape, unfortunately.
Way too much. And the fact that we even have to say that is depressing to me.
I know.
NooBTooB,
All right.
far too much anal rape.
Now, I would like to have 1 week where we say NooBTooB now with less anal
Now
rape.
less, 33% less anal rape. Speaking of, I saw some comments on YouTube this week where people were like, my mom says I can't watch your show anymore.
Well, the thing is, like, hey, look, man, if your mom says you can't, you probably should listen to her.
You should probably only watch it when she's asleep.
Through a proxy.
I never stopped doing anything my parents stopped telling me to do. I'd go to my friend's house and watch it. We have like a little underground NooBTooB watching party.
Can you imagine, like that? That's actually, we're like the Beavis and Butthead at this point of, like, YouTube.
Sad to say.
It's sad.
It's true. It's true. We're about as attractive. So,
unfortunately, yes.
Yes. Yeah, fire. Some
Sorry.
TB for my bunghole. Where I come from, we have no bunghole. Bungholio. Ha!
You gotta put the shirt over, dude.
I know.
You gotta do it. All right, each week we feature. Dude, how many of these kids are probably not?
You probably never even saw the show.
Yeah, that would be sad. Each week we feature audio and video voicemails on the show. If you have a burning question, request, or funny story, give us a ring.
You can contact us toll free at 888-233-8480 or send your audio or video
Video
files to feedback@noobtoob.com. Also send us video responses on YouTube, please.
Yes, video questions are preferred, but you have to keep your videos and voicemails under 60 seconds if you want to be featured on the show. You know who you are.
Yeah.
Don't forget the yow. Yeah.
So I gotta get my face down because it's gonna be Shoop, right? Like,
yeah.
okay.
Damn it. So Big V Mike has a question about donations, which I guess we maybe have not been clear about.
No.
Oh, hey NooBTooB. It's Big V1878 from the forums, and as you can tell, I'm in college at the moment, so yeah, I apologise, but I was just wondering, I was trying to donate money from the UK over to the US, and I was just wondering how I can do that, and if you accept like money from overseas to donate. So yeah, could you please answer that? And yow.
Why is he apologizing for calling from college?
I don't know.
I don't understand that.
You should apologize because there's no nubile young co-eds flaunting around behind you. That's how I remember college.
Yeah.
No, I
not
don't.
Where we went.
There's a girl with a hunchback with like a cape over her backpack.
And she was the hottest girl in engineering.
Yes.
Woo! Donations. So we actually get quite a few donations from overseas, which was awesome.
Yeah. So absolutely, there's no problems with donating. If you want to support the forum, support the website, support all the things that we do here at NooBTooB, if you get a PayPal account, you can donate from anywhere in the world. So you can be in the UK, you could be in China, you could be literally anywhere.
As long as you have PayPal.
Just get a PayPal account, go to the front page, and click donate. We really, really appreciate it. It pays the bills so that Yuzo and I don't have to like fund all of the hosting and stuff out of our own pocket.
Exactly, yeah. And if you guys like don't have a PayPal account and you want to like try to figure out other ways, there's other ways like to help us review games. You can also like buy Wii points, you can buy Xbox Live points, you can gift those.
Absolutely.
Steam stuff. There's obviously lots of stuff because I mean our biggest our biggest costs right now are just renting games and buying games.
Yep. So any help would be awesome.
We do appreciate it.
Next up is Draco Master.
Yeah, what is up?
We haven't had one of these for a while.
I know.
So we always encourage people, if you're going to light things on fire, blow them up, or smash them, videotape it and send it to us, because we love it.
Just make sure you wear safety goggles.
Which he did.
He did.
Very, very...
I don't want a missing eye because of NooBTooB.
I know. See, that's the thing. Is
Can you imagine gaming without like peripheral vision?
No, it's like don't hurt your hands or your eyes.
Oh, yeah. So gloves.
Very important gaming things. But we love that our fans are, destructive but safe.
Yes.
So here's Draco Master 01.
Hey guys, it's Draco Master 01 here. And I've noticed we haven't seen a lot of Smash and stuff, so I thought, why don't I do one? So, I got this laptop here, and I'm going to beat the crap out of it. Okay? Here we go. Okay, that's not working very well. Let's try hammer. Oh, okay, let's do both. Okay, so yeah. That's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah.
That was fucking awesome.
You know what I love about that is there's no backstory. There's no this laptop broke and blah blah blah. He's just like, I noticed that nobody's been breaking shit, so here we go.
I'm gonna fix. It's like, dude, but like that's the guy that did that, shaved his head for BioShock.
Yes.
And by the way, the hair's growing in very well.
Yeah, it looks very nice.
But like it's just like we haven't had like a challenge or anything. It's just like we need more.
I know.
I haven't figured out a challenge.
So Draco Master just threw down the gauntlet. So if you guys want to blow some shit up.
We'll do
right
something.
here.
Yeah.
We're not going anywhere. We will be here to watch and put you on the air for tens and thousands of people to watch you do dumb shit.
Oh, but wear your safety goggles.
Wear your safety goggles and blow stuff up. So next up is Iron Man 101. He's got some issues with our platforming.
No.
Yeah.
Hello, this is Iron Man 101 from the forums. I have a question, a complaint, and something to show you guys. My question is, what is the best gaming-related thing you've ever gotten for Christmas? Or as any gift? My second question, or complaint, is you guys were talking about how much better the computer version of the orange box was. So you convinced me to get Left 4 Dead for the orange box. I mean, Left 4 Dead for the computer. And then you guys got it for the console. So I can't play with you guys. Third thing is, I sent this in to Maximus, or EA now, about 6 months before the game came out of Spore, before we knew it wasn't as good as we thought it was going to be, and they sent me this poster, autographed by all of them, including like 6 months before the game came out. Okay. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty freaking impressive, man.
So we didn't even like the game that much, but that is badass.
That is appreciation for fans. I mean, that's some good
to
shit
actually
there.
like sign a poster like that and send it out, I thought it was very, very cool.
Yeah, very classy of them. And then sorry about Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, I gotta say though, like we did hype up Half-Life 2 on the PC, but we were very clear when we were like finally like a week or two before we bought Left 4 Dead, we're like, we're getting it on the 360.
Yeah, so we gave fair warning, so I'm hoping, that'll get fixed. But, Half-Life Episode 3 will be definitely getting on PC, even though you can't play that multiplayer.
That's true. So one thing I'd like to say, a little reading hint, I saw that he was reading Xenocide by Orson Scott Card. So I would say, here's the thing. If you're reading a book by Orson Scott Card, here's a quick rule for you. The title, if it doesn't have the word shadow or ender in it, those words, shadow or ender, don't read the book.
Well, Xenocide wasn't that bad. It just wasn't as good. No, and Speaker for the Dead, that was the one that was...
Yeah.
Wait, no, Xenocide was I really didn't like.
That was the third one.
Yeah, I like Speaker for the Dead a little better. But yeah,
you're like Shadow of Ender, Shadow of Hegemon, Ender's Game,
Hegemon.
And there's actually a new one that just came out like last month, a new Ender book that people said is really good.
Really?
Yeah.
Because the last Ender, the Shadow series, it was I think either the Shadow of Hegemon or the one after that.
Yeah.
It's like it got really preachy, and I started seeing like Orson Scott Card's Mormonism show up a little. It was just like, which I don't mind, but it's just like
I do.
It's like I get it. All right. It's just like enough.
Ender's Game is definitely far and above the best.
And Ender Shadow, I loved Ender Shadow.
That's very good too. Bean is cool.
Yes. Yeah.
So next up is Unknown. He doesn't say his name, but he's got some. We keep talking about Shaun White snowboarding, and we're like,
never played it.
We should try it, and we never talk about it.
I tried to go get it. I couldn't find it.
Okay. But he's got some comments about that.
Hey. All right. Hey guys, I was just watching your show, and you guys just mentioned Wii Balance Board on Shaun White. I just gotta say that it's amazing. It's so realistic, and you feel like you're snowboarding. And like I actually snowboard, so I know. Trust me, try that out and review it because it's awesome. You guys already have Wii Fit boards, so just go buy a game. That's it. And we're running out of games anyway. But trust me, it is. I loved it. All right, peace out. Yeah.
That is quite a recommendation, I gotta
say. I'm sold.
He seems very interested. So maybe like one of us will buy it. We could trade it back and forth. I'm not gonna buy 2 copies of that game. But
No. And I think this weekend's looking a little packed, but I think I'm gonna definitely keep my eye out for it on Blockbuster, and we'll review it in the next month.
And these are the kind of things we like to get from you guys too, where it's like a lot of times we'll skip a game because it looks dumb.
Yeah.
And then if we skip a game that you guys actually really dig, call us up and let us know because of this dude, Unknown.
Yeah.
Thanks, Unknown. But because of this dude, we're gonna try it.
Yeah, I'm totally going to try it.
But
we're going to try it anyways, but like now I'm like, okay, fuck, yeah, this guy said it was going to be really good, so...
Yeah, I mean, if somebody shows some passion about it, that makes us a lot more interested.
Exactly. And what's funny? A lot of times people will say like, yeah, that game you skipped, probably a good idea. That's good to hear too.
Yeah, we're getting to be pretty good at like, we could watch some gameplay videos of a game where it's like, no, not going to be good.
No.
So the next one up, this is really interesting.
So it's a shame video, but not really, kind of.
Yeah, it's more of a shame/complaint by Ninsaro, the ex-12-year-old, now 13-year-old.
He's a real man now.
So we generally don't play videos where people are just bitching, but we thought this was kind of funny.
It was pretty funny.
So here we go.
Hi, NooBTooB. Ninsaro here. And I'm going to talk about my shamements. You know what I'm most ashamed of? What I'm most ashamed of, really, is being banned from NooBTooB forum. Here's the story. Well, I've been doing a Donkey Kong 64 review. That's fine and dandy. And then some jerkwad revealed my age. Sunflower banned me. Son of a bitch. I make another account in Sorrow123, and then I ask him why to get banned. He banned me right before my birthday. And I already passed my birthday. I'm already 13, so I'm ashamed. A smart me got banned before my birthday. I have to wait till 2010 to do something about it. Yow!
Wow.
Well, since you're 13 now, I mean,
we have a birthday present for you.
You are now activated again.
We have a birthday present for you. You are now back on the forums.
Yes.
So your account is now active. Welcome back.
And just in general, we do have some rules or some actual U.S. laws about things. So, like, if you basically say you're 12 or 13, under 13, then we're
not allowed to let you on the forums.
Yes, because
here's the thing. you said that somebody revealed your age.
Yeah.
You put that you were 12 in your bio on the forum. If you're going to sneak onto our forums, don't say that you're 12.
No. It should be. Hopefully you guys can be smart enough to do that. Yes.
So be smarter than that, but you're back.
You're
Welcome back.
And don't hold it against Sunflower. He is doing his job.
He's doing his job.
He's keeping all the all the people that will get us busted.
Being a moderator is hard.
It is hard.
Assure you.
And we actually thank Sunflower for banning you. But now that you're 13,
welcome back.
Welcome back.
And then next up, Kent has an instructional lesson for us about buying games at Walmart or other stores.
Hey, NooBTooB, this is Kent. I went to Walmart the other day and bought Call of Duty World at War. Now, at Walmart, they're having problems with people that are buying the game, taking out the disc, and putting a blank disc in the case and then shrink wrapping the game back up. So basically, when I buy the game, I get a little CD from the Beastie Boys or something. Yeah, so that's what happened to me, and I was just warning you guys about it, and what you guys think about that, because I'm never shopping for games there again, and that's why I'm going to GameStop now, so, yow.
I think that's sabotage.
How do I turn this thing off? I don't know it.
There we go. There's lots of free audio editing things out there where if you fuck up, you could cut the end off.
And if you call them the voicemail, it's just the little red button on the phone.
On the phone. Hang up.
But dude, that's fucked up.
It's a good lesson because the thing is if as this kind of thievery becomes more common, it's not a bad idea if you buy a game in a store, open it right there.
I know.
Just open it and make sure, because the thing is, if you go home and you find out that somebody's put a Beastie Boys CD in there and you come back, you're like,
fucked.
There wasn't the game in there. They're like, yeah, fucking right, there wasn't a game in there.
I know, but
why would they believe you?
Do you know what I used to do when I was a kid? I tell you.
No, what's up?
So back in the day when we had Nintendo cartridges, there were very few games and you couldn't return shit, right?
Yeah.
So I would open it up, take out the chip, because you can take out the chip basically, and replace it with Golf or Excite Bike and return that.
Ooh.
Basically, and I had this scam.
You're a terrible person.
I was poor, and this was just something I could do. But yeah, it's just can you imagine how fucked up it is? You see a game and it's just like Zelda.
Yeah,
it's all gold. And you play it as golf.
You made so many young kids cry. You ruined the lives of dozens of other children.
Yes, and I resent it now. I repent for it. But,
I think it's hilarious. That is pretty funny.
But no, you're absolutely right. You definitely open it, especially if it's a used game that's either sealed or something like that. Definitely open it up.
But I mean, if these people are doing this thing where they're clever enough to open up and then shrink wrap it and make it look like it's new and unopened, then
but you still have that security. You usually have that security tape.
Yeah,
or
but
some
if you open
sort
that
of
with a razor, there's people are clever, because the thing is, a lot of times they won't take these accepted games, because if it's used, then it's open.
Yeah.
If it's shrink wrapped and closed, then they're like, okay, fine, so check your games.
Yes, and actually that's probably it.
So that is our show for the week, folks.
Yes,
thank you very much for watching.
Yeah. All right, that's our show for the week. Please check out our website at NooBTooB.com and participate in our forums by clicking on the community tab at the top of the page.
Yep, and if you're watching this video on YouTube, there's a subscription button right over here. We would love it if you clicked it. Also, my balls would love it if you rubbed them. Give me 5 stars. Blah, blah, blah. That's all for this episode. I'm Tobin Kozire.
And I'm Yuzo Watanabe. Audio engineering is done by Range Live Sushi Strunk. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next week.
We're out!
See ya.
She fell from the heavens straight into my arms. I was so bewildered by her electronic charms. For in the game of life I used to play alone, but now she is my co-op, so I'm never on my own. She laughs at my mishaps, and who on earth could blame her? But she's my special one because she's a gamer. Nothing in this world can tame her. She's a gamer. We're side by side before the screen, the greatest love there's ever been. And then she knew my tune. I met her, my heart sank. I felt like Ratchet without clank. But from the moment I first held her, this missing link had found his Zelda. She laughs at my mishaps, and who on earth could blame her? But she's my special one because she's a gamer. Nothing in this world can tame her. She's a gamer. Side by side before the screen, the greatest love there's ever been. And then she used my tune. She can hold my joystick while I play with her nub. She's my great achievement point, my VIP Nintendo club. From inner depths to outer reaches, this little plumber's found his peaches. She laughs at my mishaps, and who on earth could blame her? She's still my special one because she's a gamer. Nothing in this world can tame her. She's a gamer. Side by side before the screen, the greatest love there's ever been. And then